The other day I was watching a video by Cori Dahmen, and I absolutely loved the project she was making. She called it a week of giving desktop tag holder. And I'm going to link her video underneath this in the description. And I'm also going to be linking a video from Tracie Fox because she made a tag book like this as well, but it didn't have the same, she wasn't doing it as a giving desktop piece. It was a Christmas tag book, which I still liked it, and I thought it would be great for you to see how she did hers. Now, this is my take on it. Very similar to both of theirs. I did use Tracie's digitals. I used her Compendium Market 2. This MK, I shouldn't say Market, I don't know what the MK stands for, but it's MK2. Anyway, I think that's I'll have to check on that, the digital, and I'll put that in my link as well. Cori used Tracie's Festive Compendium, and it was very, very pretty, very pretty. And Tracie used her Compendium as well, the Festive one, I believe it was. Anyway, I like this so much because the way that Cori set this up was that this was going to be something she made for herself to sit on her desk, and for 1 week of giving. There's a tag for each day for 7 days. And in the pocket, there's pockets or tucks or a belly band on every tag of the 7 tags. And in them, I have put a note of what I'm going to do that day. It might be a donation. It might be just something that I'm doing for a friend or a neighbor. Some sort of something that to surprise them, send them a card or note. It could be something as simple as when you're out and about shopping that you hold a door open for someone. It's just a way of giving back. And if you look up ways of giving back, I mean, you know, you could, if you work, I'm retired, so, but if you work, or if you go through the drive-thrus at a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks, pay for the coffee or the breakfast for someone behind you, or pay for someone's lunch if you can do that. There are so many things that we could do for people, and they don't have to be things that cost money. It could just be something kind that you do for someone. Just simply saying hello to someone with a smile on your face, or giving them a compliment would be something. Also, there's other ways of giving thanks. I came across this in looking for different things that I might be able to do since I am retired and I don't get out a lot. One of the things that came up was in thanking nature by feeding the birds. So I actually been wanting to go to this Wild Birds Unlimited store for ages, and I just didn't go. Well, I went there today, and that's going to be my giving for probably tomorrow. I'm going to do it. I bought bird seed, and I bought a feeder thing for squirrels. So I'm going to be thanking and giving back to nature, the birds. From what someone told me at the Wild Bird store, is that the number of birds has diminished. So I would like to be out there helping to do what I can do to keep that from, hopefully it won't continue, that the birds will still stay in abundance. Anyway, let's get back to this tag book. Cori's was quite elaborate with a wooden base, that she made. I don't know how to do woodworking. I don't have woodworking tools. And I can't run out and ask someone to do it for me. Not easily anyway. So I thought, well, I'm going to just try it without the wooden base. And as you can see, I managed to do that by making this tripod out of, this is chipboard. I think they used cereal boxes, but anything, a cracker box, any kind of packaging that you have that you might want to recycle is great for this. So I made this triangular shaped piece. Then I went about and I did 7 tags. I cut 7 tags, and I do a cinch, which I will be showing then. I did use my cinch to bind this. I have a lot of these short pieces of coil left over from when I do a journal, and I didn't throw them away, and I'm so glad I didn't, because here is a great project to use them for. Back to the tags now. I used the chipboard on the tags to make the base, and then I covered both sides with papers from Tracie's kits, various papers. I love these papers, and I had them in my stash, and I hadn't used them, so this was a great opportunity for me to do so. This one does have a pocket here. One of the things I learned is I made the pocket a little too snug, so I think putting some gussets on the pocket, if you know what I mean, by adding the extra folding in materials so that it comes away from your tag a little bit would be better. Also, Tracie put tabs on her cards, and she only did, I think, 6 cards. I'm not sure why she did that, but anyway, I put some tabs on, and I put some eyelets in and some charms just to add interest and fun and texture to the piece. And I actually did both sides. So when I am finished with my 7 days, I could actually flip this over and do another 7 days, or do the same sort of thing. Maybe I would do a week's worth of I don't know, positive phrases or things to read every day, poems, whatever, other things that I might want to try to do every day, not necessarily that would cost me anything but my time. Okay, this is another one, and if I would have been smart, I would have planned this to fall on, I started mine on Sunday, my giving portion. So I would have planned this for Wednesday, but I didn't do that, and I wasn't going to take it apart to readjust it. It just fell there. So each day I've used, like I said, elements from her kit, pieces, adding to it. My lighting is awful in here. I'm sorry about that. But each day there's a tag that I can look at, and this is the one for Thanksgiving, and I'm looking forward to that day. I'll be spending it with family. This is a tuck up here and a pocket, and so, you know, you could put things in there. I actually had this in when I punched the holes, as you can see, and I suppose that doesn't matter. So that would be the back of it, but I can just simply turn it, and now I have this side that I could just flip it back, do day by day, and flip it over. And there's a few pieces that I had of things that were in my stash. So there we are. Anyway, I really like this. I really like it. One of the things that Tracie did with hers is that she started her first tag is about 3/4 of this. She went up about 1/4 on the tag, cut that off, and then each tag is gradually a 1/2 inch or so, or 1/4 inch longer until you get to the last tag. And that's a good idea too. This works out well for me though, so I'm happy with the way that it turned out. As I said, I think it would be beneficial if you want to make something like this, whether it be for giving or for, I don't know, if you want to do 7 days of affirmations, or 7 days, like I said, of scripture reading, 7 days of prayers for people, special people. Whatever you would want to put in there for a week, and it's just for you, or you could make it for a friend too, to give as a gift, or I think I love it. I love the idea. Anyway, if you don't have a cinch, I want to show you some other alternative ways of making this, and so I will show you the cinch though. I do know that Tracie, she was going to get her father to make her a wooden base for it, and but I did want to say that I found that making a base, a piece on the bottom here is 3 inches down here, and then I made these 6 1/4 inches, and it's one piece. I just folded it, so it's 6 1/4. It'd be 12 1/2, and then the 3 there. So it's a 15-inch piece, and I scored it, measured in 6 1/4 inches on each end, and scored that, giving me a 3-inch base for it to be stable, and so it doesn't fall over. And I think it's just great. It would be nice to have that, somebody make me a wood base, but I don't have that luxury. Also, I did think sometimes you can get narrow a lid from a box to sit it in. I had one, and I don't know where I put it. I thought I had it right here on my desk, but now I don't really see it. But anyway, that might be something you could try too. But let me show you with the cinch. I know that Tracie was having trouble. She had, the very first time I ever saw a cinch was Tracie showing how to make a journal with a cinch. And unfortunately, I was watching her the day that she broke her cinch. And I cringe when I think about it, because these tools are so expensive, and to break them, and then she luckily has a dad who is very good at fixing things. However, he wasn't able to fix it. Anyway, that's unfortunate. So I'm very careful when I pull these pegs in and out, because I know that Tracie, hers broke. So what I want to show you is, if you have a cinch, I know Tracie was measuring from the center. I don't do that because I seem to have, I do like the cinch very much for, oops, sorry about that, for journals and for this, but they are a little tricky, and I inevitably, when I try to do this in the center, I don't get these pegs right, and you have to pull certain ones out where you don't want a hole. What I found works for me is this. I go to the end. Now this is pushed in this direction as far as it will go. I've eyeballed this with these, and I have pulled out, I'm going to do 5 holes with the cinch. So I pulled out number 6 peg, so it does not make a hole. So here, let's see if I can do this with the camera here. So there we go. That's how you make the 5 holes. And here's the one I made previously. And it matches up. Now, when you get the cinch and you get these coils, and I have these little scrap pieces. Here's one here. And I don't want to throw them away. And I'm glad that I didn't, because now I found this thanks to Cori. And I just saw someone do a notebook with this. I have to untangle these. They get tangled together very easily too. Anyway, so that if you have a cinch, you could do that. But if you don't have a cinch and you want to do this, one of the things you can do is you get your tag and you measure. I measured evenly the center of this, and I marked it, and using my crocodile, I punched the holes in, and you can see here, you can punch the holes in. I don't want to do that on camera. And if you don't have the coil, you could use thread, or if you have these little rings, you could put these rings in. I just bought some recently for another tag project, and I won't close them all. They were hard to open, which I ended up having to use pliers to pull these open. And I don't know if it's just me. My hands aren't as strong as they used to be, or if it, if everybody would have had trouble with these. I don't know. I must have bent that one a little bit, so I have to use that. But the point is that you could use rings on this. I don't know that I would like that, and I don't know, it seems a little silly maybe to do that. I don't know. Maybe somebody could figure out what you would do. You could put maybe a ribbon through that and hold it together at the top. I don't know the benefit of that. I was thinking for flipping it over. But I think you could probably do a binding, thread binding with that and still be able to flip them. I don't know. I haven't tried that. But I think you could probably come up with some way of doing this without the cinch if you didn't have one. And anyway, I just wanted to share that and say that I think it's a really a fantastic project, and I hope you give it a try. You can use any kit, anyone's kit, but Tracie does have some beautiful digitals to work with. And again, if you don't have tags, you can just use chipboard from crackers or whatever you might have on hand. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a like. Leave me a comment, please. I'd love to hear from you. And check out Cori and Tracie's sites, their YouTube channels. Have a good holiday. Bye-bye.